The breakfast ordeal was over. Finally, Mariko sat at the table trying to, the corn flake off the end of her nose and wondered just how she gets herself into these things. She felt doubly responsible this time because she had gotten not only herself, but her roommate, Courtney Richmond, into this predicament. Mariko looked across the beautifully appointed breakfast table at her friend who was sitting strapped to a high-back leather-covered chair identical to Mariko's with a dejected look on her face and oatmeal in her hair. At 22, the blonde girl was 2 years younger than Mariko and about 2 inches taller at 5 feet 6 inches. She was the type of girl who seemed to turn men's heads everywhere she went, but she was never one to notice. They had struck up an immediate friendship and decided to share an apartment soon after they had first met at the job that was to get them into this mess. Sitting smugly at the head of the table was their principal tormentor, Allison Palmer, owner, president, chief of staff and head bitch of B&D, Beauty and Definition, Cosmetics. She was a tall, strong, attractive, in a hard sort of way, redhead with a short flip hairstyle. She sat with one leg slung over her chair arm, sipping coffee and smirking at the two helpless girls. She had a devious twinkle in her eye, a twinkle Mariko had come to know all too well over the last 2 weeks, or was it 3? Allison finished her coffee with one final gulp and then rang the little bell that was next to her place setting. When they first arrived at the estate, Mariko had expected a butler in a tuxedo or at least a French maid to respond, but instead, the double doors of the huge dining room opened up and as they had in the past, in marched 6 Oriental women, with 3 coming around behind Mariko and the others taking a similar position behind Courtney. Mariko couldn't decide just what nationality the women were, although she had ruled out the possibility that they could be Japanese like herself. They were all squat, rugged farm-type girls, probably from the mainland. They just did not fit in these lavish surroundings. Not the jet-set type at all like Allison and her friends. Then again, not the sympathetic type either.